Hello, Casual. Hello, Hudson. Hello, Day. We're trying to get Gracie to come upstairs so that she doesn't bother us later. Alright, we got her. All is well now. There she is. There's the girl. Let's see if we can get a dog cam. There it is. There's Gracie licking the couch. Oh, nice. Good job, Gracie. Good girl. Ah, precious. Precious dog. Stinky dog that has not had a bath in a long time. I love this song. This is from Bowser's Fury. This is one of the new tracks they had for 3D World, and it's so good. I love it. It's very light, minor key, major chord, minor chord, major chord. Oh, it's good. It was in a cold area, so that makes sense. That's the sleigh bells. That's how you make songs sound cold. Sleigh bells. That's it. Like, it is very rare to hear a good wintry Mario song that doesn't include sleigh bells. It's like they just can't do it. It always has to have sleigh bells. Oh yeah, I need to make sure that I send out the proper notification. Oh wait, hang on. Do I though? Do I though? Yeah, I should. Okay. I was about to say, I gotta make sure that the stream notification goes out. But then I realized, like, almost everyone that's on that roll is already here. Not everyone. Oh, thank you, Hudson, Casual, and Day, for the combined $20 going to Camp Horizon right off the bat. What are we working on today? Excellent question. And it's tricky because I typically have to answer this multiple times during the stream, but now we've already got like the main crowd for the evening, so not as big an issue. So we are working on Moon Rover Studio, which is the browser tool we are building to build art more quickly. This is so stupid. It's not pretty, but it works. And I still gotta decide where we're gonna go from here, but yeah, see, the outline still doesn't work properly on this. So I can define like how long a cycle is in frames. So like I can say a cycle is 1 second. Let's zoom in a bit so you guys can see this a little bit better. So the art for individual robots is going to be a tree structure. There you go. Perfect. So the art is going to be a tree structure. So we define a root node, in this case, the core, this gray circle. And then we can define different pieces that kind of connect to the core. So we've got left plate, which is this guy over here. We've got right plate, which is over here. I know the outline doesn't actually outline properly. We got 2 wheels. We've got an exhaust port in the back. We got a little antenna here that I might remove. I don't know. Yeah, we can finally start building enemies a lot faster. And we got a big old eyeball right there. So, in addition to defining these individual components, we can define effects, a list of effects on them. For instance, oh, this component should bob left to right. So if I turn this off on the core, you'll notice it stops shifting left to right. But you notice it wasn't just the core that was doing it. So let's look at antenna here. Antenna has we call it wave X, which is X position waves back and forth. And that's all that this effect does. It causes this segment, this little antenna, to bob left and right. You know what, let's maximize this so we can see this a little bit better. So it's gonna bob left and right. If I turn that off, it stops moving, you know. I could also do something like wave Y. Let's do 2 pixels here. And so now it's going to bob up and down across a 2 pixel zone. I can make that 3 pixels, 4 pixels. Ooh. All right. So that's what these different effects. Mirror just flips it. Rotate actually allows us to rotate it. Hue shift allows us to change the color. Doesn't really work on black and white or gray items. And then shading allows us to add a little bit extra. It adds like a dark highlight to the bottom of the element. So the big thing is that if you apply one of these effects like wave X or wave Y to a node, it will also apply to all of the child nodes. So for instance, left plate and right plate are attached to the core. So if I tell the core to start waving wildly left to right, then every element attached to it will wave wildly left to right, you see. I don't know why the antenna is not, but whatever. Get rid of that antenna, I don't want it. So that's the big thing, is that these effects can apply to the children and also stack. So you see this eye is like bobbing along with the left plate, but it's actually doing its own thing on top of that. So it's kind of got this weird secondary motion, like it's kind of like got some inertia to it. So that's how we're doing the animation on this, is this kind of stacked effect. So left plate, if I added a hue shift to that, at say 90 degrees on the color wheel. So color wheel is 360 degrees. So if I want to shift it 90 degrees, orange becomes green. If I do that to the core, then it affects everything attached to the core, including the backplate, the wheels, and the exhaust. So from that, we get easy recolors. Simple as that. Don't worry too much about the ideas just yet, because right now we're still in the phase of, like, art. Shading. Shading? Is that what that was supposed to be? Oh, the shading is not there. That's what it is. I mean, you can go ahead and spit out a bunch of ideas, but just keep in mind that... Where's shading? Shading, shading, shading... Yeah, if shading, there should be actual shading happening. Yeah, it's all right, it's hitting this. I'm guessing it's just not hitting it at the right spot. Oh, it's because of the rotation math. Ugh. All right, well, let's just kind of ignore that for now and say that you can't do... Well, no, we want to be able to do that. Tile width, tile height. +1? Is that... No. right here, +1. There it is. Okay, now we get shading. So that's what the shading does. Is it's subtle. Stop bobbing so much so we can actually see this. And let's just slow down the animation. All right, so watch this. Are this evil space penguins? I don't know how space penguins exactly work into it, but we'll see. All right, so look at the bottom. Like, look, notice this orange. All right, let's stop the bobbing here. All right, so notice that it's just solid orange. It's just orange plate, and that's it. If I add shading, notice that now we get like this slight bit of darker orange right below the entire plate. So that's what the shading effect does. While the player can go through walls. Can't be killed. Can't be killed. Ugh. Until everything else is dead. That's a scary idea for the game where the enemies are randomly across a massive corridor. Alright, so what I kind of want to do from here is be able to build something that instead of... Alright. Instead of drawing to this canvas, I want to draw to like a final canvas that we can export to an image. Because right now it's showing us kind of a preview of what the art looks like, but it's not actually something we can save to an image file. There we go. Yeah, seriously. We need to save this image to an image file that we can then use in the game. So, how do we manage that? I want to see, how does this work? How does this work? Inspect element. No, I want the resize canvas. I want the main canvas. So we're gonna grab the canvas. Get context 2D. All right. So what happens if I translate by 2 pixels, 0 pixels? Oh, it does stack. Okay, this is good. This is good, actually. All right. That's actually really good. That means this will make it very easy for us to actually draw this properly. All right, so we're gonna build a function called draw export, I guess. This whole thing is a mess because I did it in one file, and because I didn't want to. The original idea was that there would be some shared logic between this and the main game, and that the data we put in here would then go directly into the game, which would build the same images live. I'm leaning away from that now, and I'm thinking, no, let's actually export it to an image and use that in the game instead of having the game build the image. Let's build the image in this, but we will hold on to the data that represents the robot drawing, which is right here, this stuff. So we're gonna have export frames, which takes in the model object, and that's it. So what that's gonna look like, we're gonna have an export canvas, create an element, a canvas object. Let export ctx equal export canvas dot get context, so we can actually draw to it. Export canvas dot width. All right, this is going to be a little bit how big does it need to be? How big does it need to be? What does our current setup do? When we're building a tile set, here we go, core print. When we print, oh, okay. Here we go, print. When we print it, we know the tile width and tile height and the number of frames. So how do we get the tile width there? Oh, we just defined it as 24. All right, so we're just gonna assume 24 pixels. Every 5 seconds. Yeah, we will have some enemies that actually, actually do fire out projectiles. We want to make sure there's logic, though, that only does that when the player is close enough. Because otherwise, we have a problem, right? Because otherwise, in a massive... Remember, the entire level is loaded up in memory. And if we have them running on a constant loop of firing projectiles, then if you just sit around for a bit, suddenly you just get a bunch of off-screen bullets being fired at you, and you have no idea what that is that's firing it, or what to do about it. So we want to make sure that there's logic in place that at least, you know, at the very least, tells the enemy, stop running your rules if you are more than a certain distance away. Like, that's the bare minimum that we want to do. Alright, so... when we draw our model object to the canvas, we use the frame value divided by vars per frame. So instead of that, we want to pass in the frame number. There we go. And that way we don't have to use the time-based animation. It will just know, hey, do frame 1, frame 2, frame 3, frame 4, all the way down the road. All right, so, yep, still working correctly. Excellent. So then we should be able to draw our model to the canvas. This requires a model object. The context. Tiles. Tiles. How do we do tiles? Where are we getting that from? Okay, that's just a global object. Sure. Source is our image file. It's going to be the same image file as what we use for the main thing. And then frame number, we're going to start with just 0. Oh, and then canvas actually needs to be appended to the document, doesn't it? Well, where are we doing that? Surely there's somewhere where we are doing that. Get recolor. No, I guess we're not, are we? Huh. Interesting. Okay, so instead of create element, we're going to get element by ID, call it export canvas, and we're just going to add a new canvas here. I don't know where our export canvas is, but it is somewhere on the document. Oh, it's right here. Oh, because it's fixed. I did stupid stuff. Let's see here. So we're gonna have. Yeah, this is a mess of a little sub-project here, because remember, this is just to streamline making some images for the main project, so we're just kind of throwing this together real fast. So we are in fact going to just do fixed position. Top 460 pixels. Where is it now? Okay, now it's right there. Did I do this right? Yeah, okay, weird. I'm surprised it accepts just the number 350. How big is this cannon? 400 pixels, so this actually needs to be 760. Oh, I didn't like that. I don't know why I didn't like that, but it really didn't like that. Okay, we're back. Okay, so our export canvas is down there. Excellent. It's gonna be pretty small. Nice. This to me look like one of those controller accessories that you put your Joy-Cons in. I did, okay, it is not lost on me that this does kind of look like a Joy-Con pair. And I thought about actually doing a hue shift on part of it to be like, oh yeah, it's there you go. It's straight up a Nintendo Switch controller here. Like it definitely has that vibe. We will go ahead and say that this one has a background color of, sure. Nah, we'll say white. Just so we can at least see it. But it's gonna be very small. But that's the image we can export right there once we have this finished. In fact, if we just right now, if we just call export frames with model root, well, that draws part of it. That's pretty good. What we actually need to do is do all of this stuff. Pretty much this whole block, except for the selection outline. Models, yep, got it. Don't draw the outline, because that doesn't even work properly right now. And then we're going to draw our model to the canvas. But we're gonna do this right here. We're gonna do this for each frame. Let frame num equals 0. Go until frame num is less. Go while frame num is less than our frame count. Frame num plus plus. Do this whole block for the numbers 0 to 23. And then finally, we need to do. All right, hang on. How are we gonna do this? Export CTX. Celeste crashed. Oh no, Pixel. Dot translate. I guess just every time we just want to bump it over 24 pixels to the right, and then we can basically dispose of that context at that point. All right, so what does that look like when we do it? Export frames. Well, that's close. Turns out we don't need this. Oh, that's better. Model is not defined. Model. Ah. Got it. All right, is this it? Do we have an image? Do we have a working image? Save image. It's a little blurry at the bottom, but it's close. So there it is right there. Oh, that is the last thing we need to do, is image smoothing enabled equals false. All right, let's look at that one now. Nice and pixely. There it is. All right, so there it is. That is how we just give it a few rules and it spits out art. I still do not care much for the antenna. So, meh. Meh on that front. But it is a working strip of usable art for the game. And if we wanted to, oh, we need an export button. So export frames is what the button is going to do. So let's just kind of throw in a nice little button. That's just, when you push it, it exports the frames. So boop, there we go, just like that. So you can make a change and then boop, there it is. Yeah, it doesn't have to, I don't think it needs to do it every time. I'm good with as it is. All right, there we go. There's our art. And then the idea is that we can just save this into our folder here. Where is that gonna go? That is gonna go into the game place. I have a shortcut somewhere. There we go, Moonrover shortcut. Content, images. Download 9, which I assume has transparency, is now just gonna be called OrangeBot. And he's got a little antenna. So now we can actually go back into our game code, away from our studio code here that we've been building. Now we have our OrangeBot code. There he is. Oh, he's looking good. He's looking good. Oh gosh, Pixel, I should hope that doesn't happen. I think the save file is pretty much just text, so it's not impossible to just put it back, but it definitely would require a lot of work. All right, so in our images here, we can now add OrangeBot.png. Okay, and now, here's the next big thing. All this stuff about tile set stuff, we don't even need to do anymore, I don't think. Like, all this tile set stuff. Fair enough, yeah. So tile set OrangeBot, slice into tiles, 16 tiles. Oh, and here I was doing 24 frames, but it's technically 16 currently. Oh yeah, he goes a lot faster in the game. So slice into tiles is a function that operates on a tile set object, which can take an image. Nice, okay. So we build a tile set from an image. Ah, so previously we were creating the image that way, and instead we're gonna do document.getElementById. Hopefully this works. OrangeBot. And hopefully this is just going to work. It did not just work. Oh, I said get elements. Oops. It's supposed to be element. All right. There we go. All right, show me OrangeBot. Oh, there he is. Oh, he looks great, doesn't he? Looking good there. We need to divide him up into 24, not 16. All right. Oh, there he is. Oh, his animation is a lot smoother now as a result. Look at that. There he is. That's the guy we just exported. That is how quick it is for us to export the image and turn him into a tile set. Now, making an enemy is a lot more involved, but this part, look at how smooth his eyeball wiggles. That's good. He is schmoovin'. I don't like that his wheels are kind of overlapping the ground a bit. But it's decent. It works. I guess for future reference, the hitbox is centered about here-ish. So actually what we could do is we can just scoot this guy over like 2 pixels. Does that not work? Why doesn't he move when I do that? See, that one moves. Weird. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like it only affects. Oh, because it. Right, because. Yeah, because the dragging only affects that. All right. So remember, core at about a 4-5. All right, I think we can start a brand new core now. All right, let's delete all this. There he is. There's our new core. He does nothing. He just sits there. Shading? No shading. Why is the shading not going off to the side? I really don't get that. It's not supposed to do that. All right, so now we want to add a new core. Orb. Onb. So now we've got these pieces that we can slap onto it. For instance, like one of these right here. We can add another one of those, but with a rotation of 180 degrees. Let's scoot it a little bit over here. That looks fine. Hello, Kurbska. All right, what else are we gonna add to this guy? We're gonna give him. We're just throwing some orange metal plates. Let's make them. Let's not make them orange. Orange. Let's give them some color variety. We're doing all right. Did you ever get your car situation straightened out? That was quite a tale of woe. Let's just shift it like 45. Yellow. Car's home, still missing a tire. Ugh. I mean, that is an improvement at least. That is an ugly neon yellow. Let's keep it. Let's add a nice center plate here in the middle. We're gonna build Google Chrome. That's what this guy is. Shading is so random, it seems. Did not program it well, apparently. Oh well. Heat up the capsule's RAM. Typical Chrome, am I right? Alright, this guy seems like a floaty sort of guy. Yeah, let's just make some color-coded enemies. That seems like the way to go. A ring. Let's see, yeah, a nice hollow ring here. Oh yeah, we can make things wiggle. Let's make some wiggling happen here. The core is going to do both a wave X and wave Y. Why not rotate? Like the whole thing spins around? I don't think I have a good way of making that happen, because pixels do not rotate well, and I'm very much against rotating pixels. There we go. Now he's doing a little jig here. Let's slow down his rotation significantly. Let's make this animation take a little bit. 64 frames. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so now he's wiggly while he's moving. But also his lower plate is going to jostle a bit. Yeah, his lower plate's gonna jostle a bit. His upper plate is gonna jostle a bit. With one. But not in sync. We don't want it to happen in sync. That's ugly. No. Also, let's go the opposite direction. There we go. Oh, that looks pretty nice, right? Just kind of wiggly parts everywhere. The ring will wiggle. 0.1 offset, sure. Yeah, so that's how we're just gonna build these robots, is we're just gonna throw a bunch of parts together and see what works. Oh, the ring could have a sub-ring as well. He's a wiggly boy, all right. Let's scoot him over just a little bit and also give him... Yeah, 0.6 offset randomly. Oh, because this guy isn't... Is this guy not wiggling? No, he's not wiggling vertically. Well, let's make him... He can wiggle vertically, but faster. Well, that just looks silly now. Get rid of the second ring. What else do we want to add on this? An antenna, an exhaust port, 2 exhaust ports. Z-index is going to go down because we want this to be behind everything. Rotation. Let's try rotating this 90 degrees, see what that looks like. No, when too much wiggle is too much. I mean, that's half the battle, really, isn't it? Nice. Alright, there's our exhaust port. No need for funny word. We're gonna put a second exhaust port right there. Kind of sitting behind it a little bit. But still wiggling with it. Looks like little feet, almost. Maybe that's the point. Maybe I want it to be little feet. Actually, it looks a little bit tentacly. One, two. 1, 2. Yeah, we'll make this guy kind of a little jellyfish-looking guy. Oh yeah, that's some good dangly exhaust ports or something. This one back up a bit. Yeah, that's fine. It's kind of bare over here. Oh, Pixel. You goofball. Something over here in the bottom right. Could put another plate. That looks a little weird. That looks really weird. A wheel? Getting a little bit noisy. Maybe if we give it shading. Sure. What would this look like with the shading check marked? Ugh, nope, no thanks. What would the core look like with the shading? Still not great. All right, let's throw that one out there. All right, save image. Boom, there he is. So that one is Yellowbot. A gross yellow. And there he's gone. Just like that. Whoops. I meant to export him first. Apparently, if I add an image to the image folder, it will immediately refresh everything because this code is running live. Oh well. Not a big deal. Alright. Delete, 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 delete. We're gonna start our next piece. No more wheels. Stop your wiggling. Actually, this one will be made of a half core and another half core. So there's a little separation in the middle, you see. And then on top of that, we're gonna start building we're gonna start putting some plates on it, because that's how this works. We just plop the plates on there. Let's rotate this one 90 degrees. Throw it right there. This whole thing is definitely going to bob a bit. Not left to right, just vertically. And the lower one is going to bob at its own rate as well, with a bit of an offset. Oh, that's the wrong way. Reverse that offset. Yeah, give it some secondary motion. That's the thing we want. This one similarly. 1.8 seems to work pretty well. Now it looks like it's tied to the lower one, so let's make it a little bit later. Well, maybe a little earlier. Yeah, that's fine. Nom, nom, nom. He's kind of chewing. Let's add another one of these plates. It is from Crisp Climb Castle. It's my favorite music from the game. It's very mysterious. Oh, let's mirror. That's what I need. And then a 90 degree. Yeah, that's it. That's what I want. Yeah, that looks alright. And it's still connected. Sort of. What color should this one be? We do need to do a hue shift. I think we did 45 last time. I'm not seeing the hue shift taking effect. Oh, because that's the offset. It's not the amplitude. Greenbot. Okay, this is Greenbot apparently. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's put a rotated exhaust pipe kind of holding the pieces together. Yeah. Because then we can have them extended quite a bit more. Bump that up by 2 pixels, 2 pixels. Yeah, like this. You see, you see. Why does he kind of lose his eyeball there? There's something weird going on with the way that the drawing happens. Oh, it's probably because of the rotation, but whatever. It works. What else can we add onto this guy? He doesn't look like he needs wheels. He doesn't look like a grounded element. Ooh, that would have made for some good tentacles right there. Actually, yeah, let's go with that. Let's build some antennas down here. More jellyfish. More jellyfish robots. Do I want these to... They're not really going to sway, though, is the thing. That's okay. They don't all need to sway. That's fine. Anything else for this guy? Is this going to stretch down onto the player? I don't know. So the current system will not support much advanced animation. It's pretty much just going to be the enemy is there in its hitbox and it moves towards you or away from you or whatever it does. I don't think we're going to get into things like different animation sets for different actions. The most extensive we're probably going to get is it mirrors when it's moving left versus right. That's about it. I'm not going to get any more in-depth than that. Like, missiles are not going to have, like, rotation with their direction. Missiles should just be a ball or something so that we don't have to rotate the image or anything. We're not going to try and get into that. There we go. That looks all right. That's our green bot then. Oh, he kind of gets cut off at the bottom. Whatever. No big deal. We're gonna copy the data export here, and I'm just gonna stuff that somewhere as greenbot. It didn't actually copy. Typical. There we go. So that if we need to just go back in and make edits at some point, it's available. Now I'm going to save the image, rename it greenbot. That's limebot. That's what that is. All right, and now we can make another one. Easy. Look, we're actually making art resources much faster than we would have otherwise. It was definitely worth the 7 hours of work to build this hunk of junk. All right. Delete, 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 delete. Next one is going to be, let's do a hue shift of 135 degrees. Ooh. Tealbot is coming up apparently. Let's make it a little bit more blue then. 140. All right, what is Tealbot gonna look like? Tealbot has a little bit of blue. Tealbot will be grounded, perhaps. Let's rotate that plate by 90 degrees. Throw it on the bottom here. Doesn't look great. Let's get rid of the bouncing. Now let's use a big plate for this then. Use a big plate. There it is. So we need 270 degrees. And add the shading. Nope, don't add the shading. Doesn't look good. Let's go flat color. Oh yeah, and then we also need to bump that just 2 to the left. All right. So plate is there. Onto that plate, we're gonna add some wheels. Gosh, what is up with the art right now? Oh, it's because the rotation. Ah, yeah, that's why. Because the rotation was trying to apply to that. Rotation does not get handled gracefully with small pixel stuff. You lose a lot of detail. A lot of detail. All right, so he's got wheels. He's a cool guy. Do we just want to stick another plate on top of him and call it a day? What is this gonna look like? If I just throw him another plate like this. Make him taller. Let's give him an eyeball then. Let's give him an eyeball. Throw that. Is that? Let's make that the eyeball. Oh, it's adorable. Oh yeah, let's kind of hide it. Let's kind of hide it. Let's put the bottom plate at a higher Z-index so that his eyeball is kind of like poking out from inside the shell here. Aw, he's cute. Let's make the whole thing a little bouncy though. The whole thing? Most of the thing. Let's cause this to go up and down as well, but at a slight offset. There we go, nice. And so his eyeball kind of pokes out. And then let's add, you know what? Oops, that was the plate. What has really been working well so far has been these exhaust panels for some reason, like just for adding a little dash of extra color. So we're gonna add another one of those. Yeah, like for some reason that's just been working really well. Let's give this a higher Z-index so it kind of gets tucked behind as well. Should this whole thing, we could make this wave. Not that fast. Ooh, that's some motion right there. That's jostling. I don't know why it's so jostly. Is there gonna be water in this game? Not functional water. Nothing functional that happens in the water, if there is water. If we do have water, it's purely decorative. This guy seems like he needs an actual antenna. Yeah. Looking good, little buddy. I feel like the front wheel needs to wiggle a bit. Ooh, no, not like that. Maybe 0.7? Yeah, alright, well now I feel like this back wheel needs to do the same. But like at a slight offset. Yeah, now it looks like there's like some mechanisms behind the plating that are just kind of jostling around inside of everything while the plating is mostly steady. Also, this kind of makes me want to mirror this bottom one. Does that look better? Actually, it kind of gives them a bit of a Pac-Man vibe. You know what? I like it. I'm going with it. That's gonna be what this guy looks like. So this is Tealbot. Great names. Great names. I haven't really been changing the like the speed of anything, but like the animations have mostly been 24 frames long. But it's working, so whatever. All right, there's Tealbot. Next. Who is next? All right. What do we want to do next? More robots, more robots. Some of these are going to be part of the boss thing eventually, right? So we need to have something that works for that. Could do another Google Chrome looking thing. Oops. Left plate is too big. Throw a right plate on, and a bottom plate. And then throw on another bottom plate, but rotated 180 degrees and mirrored. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. Kind of pincery. This guy could be... You know, I guess the plates don't have to be flipped the way that I expect them to be. 20 degree spin? Nope. No, then we get transparency issues. Don't want that. Yeah, kind of bug-like a little bit. And we can throw in a center plate if we want as well. And let's do the whole thing with a hue shift of... We're going all the way to cyan. Pretty cyan right there. Bluish cyan. But then he's not as bug-like. Let's go backwards. Magenta. No, I like the orange there earlier. Purple is an option. Deep blue. We've already got this guy's color. Not to say that there can't be any overlap of color, but the less overlap, the better. Kind of a goldish color. Goldish orange. Yeah, let's just go with the cyan looking thing. Technically, we can make them cycle colors.
I told a joke today in a stream that was titled, "If chat makes me laugh, the stream ends." I almost ended the stream with the joke. A pirate walks into a bar. The bartender said, "Sir, there is a ship wheel in your pants." The pirate says, "Arg, it's driving me nuts, KEKW."
The background music really adds to the joke, honestly, if anything. Seizure bot. Send out seizure bot. Well, because a lot of these effects that I added, they use the same wave functionality. So, like, was that a wave? Oh, never mind. Oh, gotcha. I thought you were like, hey. So, like, this first one is like, okay, it's gonna oscillate horizontally. I give that a number of cycles per animation, so it could be like one cycle, left, right, left, right. Or it could be two cycles, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Or three cycles, so that's speed. Amplitude is how much does it actually change from left to right. So for instance, a 1 pixel difference for amplitude, or a 5 pixel amplitude. Which technically I'm not using the traditional definition of amplitude. I'm using, that's actually like half an amplitude, or maybe double an amplitude. I don't remember. And then offset is, the offset is the interesting one that allows us to get the proper secondary motion jiggliness, the secondary jiggly motion goodness, which is saying, okay, this piece is moving left, right, left, right. This other piece is also moving left, right, left, right. If I tell them both to do that, they're going to just be in unison, and it doesn't look that interesting. But I can tell it, offset your cycle by 10%. You know, wait until 10% into the cycle before you're in the 0 position. And so then you can get something like, where it's kind of wavy instead of just synchronized movement, and instead kind of feels like they're connected and they are kind of pulling each other along. That was kind of one of the big goals with this, is to allow for really easy, kind of organic-ish secondary motion. So... what is this guy's deal? What if we did... Alright, this is maybe goofy. 1, 2... let's say something crazy, like 20. And let's say something crazy like 20. Offset the 2 by a quarter. Ooh. Alright, so that's interesting. That's something. And the game engine doesn't even have to keep track of that, because it's actually just in a static PNG file. There's no animation actually happening. So what I could conceivably do is do it again. Right here. And I could say, hey, do a negative 20 pixel animation. Oh, I guess I could do 20 and negative speed. I don't remember which way would make more sense. Oh, that's something. That's something. Okay. And now, what if we added a hue shift? Okay, just kind of gives it some rainbow effect going on. I could do that with these. Yeah, I'm alright with that. Now here's the thing. I shouldn't have done it this way, now that I think about it. I should have had a sub-element. I guess it's not too late. Alright, so we're just going to throw this exhaust right smack dab in the middle here. And then we're going to give it a negative Z index, so it's behind everything. And we're going to apply the shade, or the hue shift functionality to that one, so that it can carry down to all of its child elements, and then we're going to start giving it child elements. Such as this guy? Maybe. Yeah. And then this guy is the one that's going to get the 120, 120.25 offset. And we're going to get rid of these two, and we're just going to build these like this. One 20. I guess if I do 0.5, it'll start in reverse. 120.75. There we go. And then I can just change. Okay, yeah, it's like just a different element entirely if I wanted to. That looks pretty nice. Oh, this would be a little... Whoa, no. Never mind. Yeah, we'll let it be just kind of the darker elements here. And we'll make the whole thing jiggle, I guess, a little bit. How's it gonna jiggle? Way to go. Yeah, give it a little bit of a later jiggle to it. But not the same later jiggle. Yeah, give it a little bit of offness to it. Not that off. Just so they're all a little bit out of sync is the point. Yeah. So when it's wiggling around, flying It's not perfectly synchronized. All right, that looks all right. That'll be our cyan bot. It's a cool little effect. Now we can export the frames. And all that animation, that's not going to take any extra work on the game's part. The game is not going to have to keep up with, oh, these little circles. I got to remember where the circles are. No, because they're not really anything. All right, we got our cyan bot. All right, so who's next? Let's go about 200 on the hue shift. Blue bot. Good old-fashioned blue bot. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I just want to do recolors at this point. What is this one going to be made out of? No eyeball. Wheels are okay. I could add just like some extra plating on here. Just some extra thick plating here. Let's do a 180-degree rotation on this so it kind of pieces together a bit better. It just kind of looks like a different version of the original Orange Bot thing. I mean, that's probably fine as it is, but let's at least kind of move the wheels around a bit. Maybe add an additional wheel somewhere. I'm getting really lazy. There we go. A little bit of a bigger piece. Anything else I want to add? I'll throw in some of these connecting pieces like this. So it looks like it's got a bit more structure behind the scenes. And there we go. Suddenly, it's a totally new robot. Wow. Thanks, Pixel. I'm just really getting to the point where I kind of want to just get the game done, you know? Oh, we need to build the boss pieces as well. All right, blue bot done. So I think for these, what I'm leaning towards is like maybe they look all the same but just different colors. So maybe we could just have a nice, very consistent look. I might need to build some different pieces though. Like I've got like, what, a dozen or so small pieces I can build the robots out of. It's very trivial for me to add some new pieces to that setup. Just gotta figure out what that would look like. Anybody got any ideas? Like, visibly, what do we change on the robots? They're all very similar looking, and I guess that's kind of by design. Let's see here. Okay, so the boss pieces are just going to be kind of rotating in space. So big, oversized wheels. Okay. Let's see. Well, the boss pieces won't even have wheels, but we can add a new wheel type pretty easily. Enemy parts. Paused. Hang on, I know everything's frozen. Or at least the ticker is frozen. I'm pulling up Photoshop. There we go. Ticker should be back. Okay, so here are the robot pieces. This is it. It's very, very straightforward stuff. And from this, we are deriving like way too much stuff. So that's our current wheel piece. So what we could very easily do is just have another one of those. Just eyedropper the center bit, and then blah 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 blah. Boom, big wheel. Hey, Vids. Been a while, yeah. Yeah, that could be just our big wheel piece. We just need to save that. Cancel. Okay, so that should be that. Now I have to actually figure out where it is in space. So this is, we're gonna do this in relation to the center core piece right here. This is what I'm talking about, this stuff. So it's basically center plate. This is gonna be big wheel. Is that JavaScript? So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pixels over. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pixels down. I might be off by just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 6 is correct. So let's see how that looks. So now we should be able to see our big wheel and see if it works. And there it is. Big wheel is now officially something we can add. You only know Roblox Luau. Hey, Luau is still a decent language for playing around with stuff. Left place for the pack. Let's see. I need to think. I need to think boss parts. They're gonna be floating in space. Space! So they're not gonna have much in the way of like a top or bottom. Scratch is also quite viable. Alright, let's stop the bobbing. Everybody just stop bobbing around. Actually, yeah, these probably don't need to bob at all. What about, boop, just a bunch of this, just rotated by 90-degree increments into a nice ring. Nice. Rotate 180. You get what I'm going? Just make a big donut, effectively. This one's just going to be a donut piece. And then 270. That is an ugly, ugly donut. The ugliest donut. Why is it so ugly? I mean, it kind of works. Maybe if there was more of a gap between the pieces. Yeah. There's very little to say about any languages being bad to work in. It more comes down to, is the language you're working in good for your current project? Hey, it's the TF2 logo. Yeah, that can be our, that can be what we got there. And then I can make the whole thing wiggle. Just play Roblox. I mean, that works. We need another... there's like a little bit more gap than there needs to be. So I feel like I kind of want to just add more core pieces in there, but that might be a bad idea. Like, this could be it. This could be what we use right here. And then we just do... Let's call this core. Let's just call this our core. And now what we can do is just color code it a bunch. So we're going to export the frames, save image, and then we're going to recolor with a hue shift of 45 degrees at a time, 30 degrees at a time, 60 degrees at a time. I don't know. Lime. That doesn't look good. 180 is our cyan. It's kind of cyan. That's definitely blue, though. Thank you. Purple. It's not different enough. I need it to be really different. Magenta. Almost red, but not quite red. That'll have to be red right there. All right, so let's see what we got there. How many did we get that way? Red, purple, no, red, magenta, purple, blue, green, orange. Red, magenta, purple, blue, lime, orange. And I feel like there needs to be something for... We need to make one for like the center core, you know, of the boss robot. Because it's gonna have all these pieces flying around that look structurally similar, but they're color coded for your convenience. But then you're gonna have this big centerpiece that's like super important. What if? Oh, that was stupid. These don't even have any animation. Why did I bother doing 24 frames of nothing being animated? Interesting. Don't care. Don't care. But anyway. Yeah, what if we had like a big glowy weak spot in the center? Ah! Something like that? I don't know. It would definitely indicate that it's important. Although, consider, I have one more element here that I haven't used yet. That was pretty much just built for wacky color nonsense. Yeah. 8 frames. Get rid of this and just go like this. That's our core. Just doing crazy stuff every frame. Yeah, I guess that's alright. Alright, so we got red core, and that's pretty much red core again. So drop red core. Oh, dang it. There we go. Alright, there we go. There's a bunch of things. That's 6 different core. Why do they all have black back? Okay, they don't. That's just a weird... I don't know why it looks like they have a black background when I save them to Explorer. Whatever. Alright. So we have some artwork now. Now then, let's get out of the studio back to here. So this is now how we can very quickly grab our image set. We do have to keep in mind how big it is. This is going to be a lot easier based on the fact that orangebot image dot width divided by 24. We should be able to calculate the number of frames because we did 24 pixels for the size of each tile. Oh, nonsense. We are going to delete all of this, which is very sad. We still need slice into tiles. We don't... Yeah, we need create tiles. Tile node. We don't need the print stuff anymore. We'll keep the code for now, but I think that's just going to get thrown out. The big thing now is that it's all image files instead, so it's much easier. So, we're going to now add all of these images in. We have orange bot, teal bot, yellow bot, lime bot. That's right, the full squad is here. And these look vaguely different enough. They're not just color. They're not just based on color. They have different looks to them. Blue bot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then the cores, which we have purple core. Blue core, lime core. I don't even know if we have this many boss parts. Orange core and red core. Oh, and magenta core, of course. All right, there we go. And now, we're gonna just plop those same names here. It's a lot to copy paste. Hang on, I'm gonna use Notepad to make this work better. Control H, replace it with nothing. Cool. Find that dot star. Does that work? It does. It does. Replace with nothing. Cool. Got it. And now I should be able to do a extended an extended hyper. No, I'm doing Notepad++ magic here to wrap all of these with quotation marks and put them into a list. Much easier than doing it by hand, I guess. Slightly easier. All right, so there's our list of file IDs, and we're just gonna say for let image ID of image IDs. Do this. Orange bot is gonna become lowercase, so I need to make sure I remember to go back and fix that elsewhere. Let image equal that, and use image ID here. Tile set sub image ID here. That should do it. That should now set up the IDs of all of these. Sprite, OrangeBot. What else? Goombud, OrangeBot, and tiles. All right, we're good. So hopefully now, everything should look normal as it has been. There we go. All right, there's our Goombud enemy. Looks fine. Looks perfectly normal. But we should be able now this got get frame data. Frame data. Okay, hang on now. Frame data returns frame data dot frame. Okay, so I need to do that. Animate by frame. This doesn't look right. Hang on. What does animate by frame return? A number. Okay. Wait, a number? Why a number? Return tile set equals tile set dot OrangeBot. And then I'll say get on this guy. Nope, on frame data dot tile set. Okay, let's make sure we still I always forget. Let's make sure we still have visibility of our robots. There he is. Okay, he's there. Now, it should be possible now for us to just change to, let's say, Tealbot. Let's change our Goomba Man to a Tealbot. And let's make sure. Oh, there he is. There's our boy. A little bit weird looking, but he's there and he is animated. Cool. So now it is fairly easy for us to just grab a frame set by name and just assign it to an enemy. So Dot frame. Hang on. Oh, there it is. That's where it's using it. Okay. Okay. I guess that's okay. All right. So we should, I guess, be able to apply this to the boss core stuff. So, for instance, boss shield. All I gotta do is say, boss shield is now a blue core. No, wait, he's green. He should be green. Lime. Animate by frame. What is that? That returns just a number, right? So I should be able just to say 0, because it doesn't animate at all. Alright, boss shield. Boss plating is orange core. Actual boss core should be red core, and that one actually should be animated because it's got the little thing in the middle. Who else? We got plating, missile launcher. Can be yellow. Laser cannon can be purple. That still leaves us magenta, which is good because we have one more we haven't used yet. All right. Let's get to... That's not going to be annoying. There we go. Okay, level 3. I don't know if you guys have heard the sound effects yet, but we do have sound effects now. I muted the music because I'm listening to music. Pew pew. Yeah, right now that's just the sound that pretty much all guns make. It is definitely very pew pew pew. Okay. And then now we get the boss fight. Here we go. Let's take a look at the boss fight. I better grab a jetpack. Alright, here we go. Oh my goodness. There's our boss core. Oh wait, hang on, who's using the red core there? Oh right. Oh, the sub cores, I forgot that's a thing. That's alright. Uh-oh. Something happened there. Everything stopped drawing. Oh, boss missile dot draw. We weren't able to draw boss missile. Oh, whoops. I gave boss missile yellow. But it's the launcher that gets yellow. So wait, why does that matter? Oh yeah, there are some yellow ones, but... Interesting. I don't get why Oh, cool, you can squeeze through that. That's neat. Well, the important thing is that there is art for the boss. It looks a little bit goofy, but it works. I can't stop using the dev exit. I need it. Okay, that's good. This is good. This is progress. We have a system that actually throws in enemy art. And we've got enough art for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unique, pretty unique enemies without doing any kind of just recolors. Okay, that's good. I need to look at my to-do list here. Game dev to do. Alright, how are we doing? Gosh, we have so much stuff that I wanted to do at some point. I really just want to get this done. I'm way past that point where I'm like, I'm way past the point of like super excited about the new features, and it's like I feel like I figured out what all could be in the game now. The idea phase is over, and now it's the sort of the marathon of just crawling to the end. The thing is, it's pretty functional. I think once I reinstate, once I fix, that is to say, fix the art system for the backgrounds, I can just have it like basically swap out a different background for a few different levels, give levels a nice introduction animation of some kind, and then just throw in some different weapons and items you can unlock. And then I think we're pretty much good. It's like good enough at that point to say, all right, there's the game. We did it. And then I still also, I never really fully got dynamic bosses done either yet. So that's still, we've got the system where the bosses can be crafted to be cool, but I need to kind of add some kind of randomness to how they are constructed, where they don't get infinitely deep, but they get, you know, they're cool. So that's what's remaining on this. There's still a lot to do, I guess, is the major takeaway, is there's still a whole lot to do. All right. Let's go hang out with GameCube for the rest of the night. Assuming I can set that up to happen. I hope the music didn't get annoying. Whenever I do programming work, I can just listen to a single song on repeat for 8 hours, no problem. Because it just becomes like noise cancellation. I'm not really listening to the music, it's just there, and I don't really notice it anymore. So hopefully that wasn't a problem for you guys. I can always have more varied playlists available in the future. But yeah, Sunday, back to video game streams. Monday, video game. Wednesday, Mario Maker video game. Repeat forever. Alright. Good night, Pixel. Thanks for hanging out. Please go to bed. I'll see you guys another night. Bye, guys.